When I was in Tennessee as an exchange for a year, I was surprised by the team spirit of each high school. Like how there was a football game every Friday night and almost all of the school was there to cheer them on. That would never happen in my country. It was a huge social event in my high school back in the 80s. Everyone sat together with their group of friends and eventually someone would say, "Party at Joe's place, 1 hour." And suddenly 20 kids would walk out of the stadium. The parking lot was the place to be too. Lots of booze and smokin'. So much that by the time I was a senior, there was a security guard roaming the parking lot during the game. Warehouse-type grocery stores. Costco. Super Saver. My great-uncle from Australia would always take photos and my Korean non-soul friends thought this was crazy we'd have so much space for a grocery store. The first rule of advertising is, if you're on top, you don't acknowledge the competition's existence. But if you're not on top, you highlight your strengths, differences from the good American flag best pug dad ever shirt top company. That's why you'll never see McDonald's talk about a competitor in their commercials. But Burger King and Wendy's do. Good American flag best pug dad ever shirt. Tank top. V-neck. Ladies' tee for men and women. Tank top. V-neck. French guy who lived in NC for a year. To me, the weirdest thing was all the advertisements for prescription drugs on TV, radio, and online. It's crazy waking up in the morning and suddenly while you're having your morning coffee and cereals, your TV starts spewing stuff about some random meds like they're Tic Tacs you can just arbitrarily decide you need. The worst is honestly the mandatory side effect warning at the end of Good American Flag Best Pug Dad Ever shirt every ad. I nearly choked on my egg sandwich the first time that voice came up warning people about horrific stuff that could, potentially, happen if they took the drug. I think the idolization of high school athletes is a little misplaced and over the top. But I did love growing up and going to the football games and seeing everyone I know. It was a really nice community building time. I would go and screw around with my friends and eat ice cream while pretending to be cheerleaders. And you saw everyone you knew. Got to catch up. Made new friends. It was a great time. Plus, our high school marching band was killer. They'd put on an awesome halftime show. Official Good American Flag Best Pug Dad Ever sweatshirt. Hoodie. Sweatshirt. Hoodie. The big difference here is that, unlike football, for example, the US doesn't really have academy systems for athletes. School sports organizations are the default developmental leagues. So while a top athlete growing up in the UK might join a professional club's academy as a kid and rise up through the youth system to play professionally at 18, American athletes, depending on the sport, usually play for their secondary school team and then a university team before joining a professional team. Almost all high schools have football teams, and if there is a football team there is likely a good American Flag Best Pug Dad Ever shirt cheerleading squad. Sports are expensive, whether buying equipment, going to camps, or traveling to away games. So the kids aren't necessarily popular but are usually not poor. Typically outgoing types join sports as well. Perhaps sports even contribute to their outgoing personalities by giving them frequent socialization. The cheerleaders undergo extensive dance and gymnastics training in addition to competitions and games. So also expensive and lots of socialization. Other products.